everyone, today I'm going to be doing a video showing you my all-time favorite brushes. And I'm not someone who is crazy over brushes. I don't have a crazy amount or anything like that. I have enough where I can do my makeup and be fine with all of them, but there are definitely some brushes where I want them but don't necessarily need them. But I'm going to be showing you the brushes that I use on an everyday basis and really like. For face, I only have 2 brushes, and I really don't use brushes a lot for face makeup. The only thing that I really apply to my face with a brush with would be powder blush, and if I use a finishing powder or setting powder, then I'd use a big brush for that, but you can really find anything for that type of application for powder. So for my blush, I apply a cream blush first, as you would see in my everyday face makeup routine, which I will link down below, but I use a cream blush, and then to set that I use this brush for the most part, but I'll tell you about another brush which is kind of an exception. But this is the Bare Essentials Heavenly Face Brush. And I got this in a kit that someone gave me for my birthday, so I'm not sure if they have this. But basically, it's just a really dense, flat top brush, and you can kind of see that it's pink. And I don't know what that goop is. I have no idea. I think it may be highlighter or something. I'm really not sure. It's kind of disgusting. But so what I love about this is that it is super dense, so if you have a blush that isn't so pigmented, when you tap it in the blush, it really picks up a lot of product, even if you don't tap it in there a lot or if you just gently pat it in there. But what I really like about this is that, for one, it's the perfect shape for me because I apply blush right in this area, which is quite a wide area. So with this, all I do is really put it on there and kind of swirl it around, and it gives me the perfect application in the perfect area, and I don't have to worry about it going everywhere because it isn't ginormous, but it's not tiny so that it looks like I'm going to have a line. So I really like this. It really blends out the blush really nicely, and it really just packs it into my skin and onto the cream blush so that they kind of blend, and so it sets the cream blush. And I think the lighting just changed because the sun is going down, or a cloud, I don't know. But so if I feel like I have applied more cream blush than usual and I don't want to apply as much of a powder blush on top of it, I will use the Sigma Duo Fiber, and this is the F50. And you can tell that it is pink on top, but it is just the Duo Fiber brush, so it has the white and the black bristles. And this is a stippling brush, so if you have a really heavy hand or just do not want to apply a lot of blush, this is great because it doesn't apply, or it doesn't pick up a lot of product. And also when you use it on your face, it just really doesn't apply that much, but it really blends it out and just looks really nice, and it's just more of a flush of color, while this really packs it on. So I really like this. Some people would use it for foundation, but I just prefer my fingers, and I don't really like the effect that this gives for foundation. The last brushes are eye brushes, and the first one is an Ecotools, and this is just a classic shader brush. And you can get a lot of brushes that are similar to this. I have a slanted one from Sigma. I also have a larger one that it's more flat and rounded and just bigger from Sigma as well. But for me, I don't have small eyes, but this is just the perfect size for my eye. It just fits on my eye really nicely and really is perfect for my eye and my eye shape, and it just gets it in there really nicely. It's kind of not compact, but it's pretty dense. That's the word I'm trying to say. So it really packs on the color nicely, and it's just a nice average brush. I just really like it. Next is a brush that it has a definite use, or yeah, I guess use. And this is the Sigma Eye Shading E55, and this was in the set that I got, and it just looks like this. And it is a shader brush, but I would never use this for eyeshadow. It just would not be big enough. But it is a really short and kind of stubby brush with a very rounded top. And you could use this if you were going to apply something under the lash line, but I'll show you what I use for that. what I use this for is my eye highlighting product. So I'll tap it into my eyeshadow and it kind of just gets along the edge. And what I use this for is to apply my inner corner highlight. So it just fits perfectly in there, and that's the area that I want highlighted. It also applies perfectly under the brow. It gives the perfect amount of highlight that I like, and it just works great. I don't use this for anything else besides my highlighter for my eyes. The next two that I'm going to show you, or really the next one that I'm going to show you, is a crease brush. And this is the Sigma Blending E25. And this just looks like this. It looks pretty small, and it is. But see, the thing is that I don't necessarily, oh my god, like I said, I don't have really small eyes, but the area from my crease to my brow is not that great. Like, some people have a ton of space, but I really don't. It's not that much. So with a brush like this, it fits nicely into the crease and goes slightly above the crease where it looks natural, but it doesn't go, it's not crazy. And it just fits into my crease really nicely, really blends things out, and I just really love this. So a lot of people would use a crease brush more like this. This is the Tapered Blending E40 by Sigma. But see, this is way too big for my eye. If I use this for my actual crease color, there would be product all the way up to my brow and who knows elsewhere. It would get all over my lid and just all over my brow, and it would just be a disaster. Now, for someone who has a larger lid space, this would be perfect. And I know a lot of people use brushes like this that are a lot more fluffy and large, but personally, I just can't use it. If I'm going to blend out a color, it works nicely, or if I want to apply a color that's really light all over the area, it's good, but I would not use this for an actual crease brush. So the last two brushes are liner brushes or angled brushes. So this one is the one that I'm going to be showing you that's like my favorite, and this is an Ecotools, and it is just a slanted eyeliner brush, and you can find these at Target, just by the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but what I use this for is my like pop of color under the eye. So I wet it and just use it along there, and it applies a nice amount. It's not too thin where you can't see it, but it's not too thick where it's like down to here. So I really like this, and the few times that I have actually filled in my brows, this is what I would use. I didn't use it today, but it just works really nicely because it's thick enough so that it looks natural, but it's not too big where you're going to get eyeshadow all the way up here for your brows. And then the other brush that I use, which kind of contrasts, is the Small Angle E65 by Sigma. And this is significantly smaller, so I'll kind of hold them up together. But that is what they look side by side. The one with the silver, or the like, this one is the Sigma one, and it is so much smaller. And what I use this for is my cream eyeliner, my Benefit cream eyeliner. But see, I would not use this for an eyebrow pencil just because it is way too small to use as an eyebrow pencil. It would just look too drawn on and just kind of weird. And for under the lash line, I feel like it would be too thin. But for my liner, it works perfectly. You can get it really thin or kind of make it like drag along, and it becomes a little bit thicker. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video about all of my brushes. Please leave any brush recommendations down below because I would love to get more brushes, even though I know I don't need any. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please leave requests down below as well, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.